Welcome. Good afternoon, dear learners. Today, we'll be dealing with the Gandhi capacity building and empowerment, grassroots people's initiatives, mobilizing voluntary actions, Gandhian civil society for global peace. Mainly, I'll be dealing with the need for empowerment, diverse meaning of empowerment, dimensions of empowerment, the process of empowerment, and pertaining to the women's empowerment, key elements in the process, and so on. Empowerment is very much essential, and it deals that if we empower, say to say, the individual, then they gain greater control over their life, and empowerment basically it addresses members of the group that such social discrimination process from decision making process, discrimination based on disability, race, ethnicity, religion, or gender, empowerment as a methodology is pertaining to feminism, because with reference to the woman, the power relations that has involved include family, community, and political ability constructed by them assigned to us, especially the culture we raise the changes as pertinent in India. Dear learners, empowerment has become an important concept today. Earlier, the term was use normally power and to by constitution or administrative rules. Later on, the concept became a tradition of the social sciences. With the coming of the globalization, empowerment is now being increasingly applied to the economically poor nations and the weaker and the subaltern masses of the people. In the developing countries, we often speak about empowerment of the blacks, the backward, and the deprived sections of the society. During the period from 1960s to 1970s, there has been a tremendous rise of feminization all over Europe. Women came out against the male domination and voiced their concern for the empowerment. Pertaining to the power, it can be defined as a control over human, social, material, or intellectual resources. Such divisions, such as gender and ethnicity, are used to perpetuate their control. Power is not a finite commodity that is given and taken. There is the potential for win-win and for all parties to gain. Michael Foucault says that power is nothing but knowledge. In other words, those who have power have knowledge. And on the basis of such an understanding of power and empowerment, some propositions which emerge from the writings of Foucault, power is not something that is acquired, seized or shared, something that one holds onto or allows to slip away. Power is exercised from different points. Relations of power are found in economic processes, knowledge, relationship, and sexual relations. Power comes from below. That is, there is no binary and all encompassing opposition between rulers and ruled. At the root of our relations, one must suppose that manifold relations of force take shape and come into play on the machinery of products in families, limited groups, or institutions. Power relations are both intentional and non-subjective. Power relations can be changed if we understand and focus on all three dimensions of power rather than only on the power we can see. And if we think about the power we have in different ways. Power with, power within, and power to. Power with is the collective power if we all agree on something. Power within, it is the internal power. Power to, the will to do different things. Thus, we know about the hidden power, the visible power, and the invisible power. Dear learners, it means different things for different people and groups at different levels and in different places and time. Empowerment of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and women. The second meaning is very popular with the government is the 73rd Constitutional Amendment. The Panchayati Raj has given the new powers to women at different tiers of the local government. It is very interesting to note that, dear learners, that sociology and social anthropology have not yet used empowerment in terms of the new development attained by the weaker section. Power in the traditional Indian society has been hierarchically distributed. There is always much power with the men than with the women. As a result, this kind of unequal power distribution, the Indian society has empirically become male dominated. There have been disabilities regarding the global peace. It is only Gandhi who has done immense service for the global peace movement in India from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Kutch to Kamrup, Assam in the northeast. And how the UN system is celebrating the International Non-Violence Day on 2nd October every year. Gandhiji became a symbol of non-violence, a symbol of resistance against tyrants or the authoritarian regimes. And rightly, Mahatma Gandhi became the symbol of world change and finally the global peace. Dear learners, when the police workers rose against their authoritarian regime, police worker, I mean to say, is in Poland, the workers, cultivators, farmers, laborers, they are called the police workers, rose against their authoritarian regimes in the late 1980s. They tugged up Lake Walesa as their Gandhi, a descriptive of vodka guzzling. Those speaking trade union leader must have found to swallow, but the police laborers were not interested in the historical verifiable similarities or dissimilarity between the two. They were making a different statement. They were saying something about what they themselves wanted and about how Gandhiji, with his weapon of militant and non-violence, had become in our time a symbol of defiance. Hello, tyrants and bureaucrats, authoritarianism backed by the power of the state and modern technology. Now, as a tribute to Gandhi and his global peace movement, I am saying, heights by great men, heights by great men reached and kept, were not attained by mere flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling that is working hard, and we're toiling upwards in the night. So Mahatma Gandhi, though he has been noted differently by different persons, historians, ordinary person, a layman, but I must say he is a towering genius, not only for the Indians, but for the whole world, and will be shining as a star in the horizon of the whole world. The UNO system, United Nations Organization, coming after the Second World War, devastation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. UNO system is a peacekeeping body. He is also following the footsteps of Mahatma Gandhi. You see, it is only the work of Mahatma Gandhi and his footsteps. Again, I am quoting Robert Frost. Woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Indeed, dear learners, Mahatma Gandhi is a symbol, I am concluding, is a symbol for those struggling against injustice. Mahatma Gandhi is a symbol for those struggling against injustice while trying to retain their humanity. Even when faced with unqualified inhumanity. That is why when Benito Aquino of Philippines was assassinated, the demonstrators on the street of Manila is the capital of Philippines, dear learners. The demonstrators on the streets of Manila did exactly what the police laborers at Cadence did in Poland. They shouted, Benito our Gandhi, Benito our Gandhi. And if this seems only a coincidence, the Burmese students who rose against the military regime some years ago also invoked Gandhi in the same way. At different times, this epithet fits differently for Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan to Nelson Mandela. Gandhiji is fast becoming a messiah of the masses of the world and the global peace. He is also becoming an answer to various maladies facing the globalization. Dear learners, I am happy that I have shared my thoughts before you, and I sincerely hope, please make notes and try hard, get good marks in your examination, which will be in the month of June. I am sure the efforts and what the global peace, in the concluding the Gandhian civil society for the global peace, I concluded that you will do well and also percolate to your friends the spirit of Gandhi and the Gandhi ideals, not only among your friends, but among your neighbors, among the masses, and a garib, a poor rickshawala, or a poor laborer who is working at your house. Thank you very much.
Hello, hello. ସାର୍ ତ କିଛି ସିଲେକ୍ସନ କିସ୍ତି ଦେଲେନି ଏକ୍ଜାମ ପାଇଁ। ହ୍ୟାଲୋ। ହ୍ୟାଲୋ।
କ୍ଲାସ୍ ସରିଯାଇଛି?
ସରି ତ ଯାଇଛି ଆଉ ତ ହବନି, ଏଇଟା ଆଜି ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଥିଲା। ଆଉ ସିଲେକ୍ସନ ଦେବେ କି କଣ କେଜାଣି ଦେବେନି ବୋଧେ ନା।
ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି, ମୁଁ ଏଇ ଫାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ ଏବେ କରୁଥିଲି ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଜଣା ନାହିଁ। କଣ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ସିଲେକ୍ସନ କଣ ଦେବେ କି ସେ ଯୋଉ ଆସୁଛି ପ୍ରିଭିୟସ୍ ଇୟର କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ସେଟାକୁ ଦେଖି ଆଉ।
ହୁଁ ହୁଁ। କୋଉ କଲେଜ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଆପଣ?
ମୁଁ ଜେଏନୟୁ ରେ ପଢୁଛି।
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ତୁ କେତେଟା କ୍ଲାସ କଲଣି?
ଏଇ ଯେତେଟା ହେଇଛି ଗୋଟେ କରିନି ଫାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ ଟା, ଆଉ ସବୁ କରିଛି।
ଆଉ କୋଉଠି ଏମେ କରୁଛ ନା ଏଇଠି ଖାଲି?
ଏଇଠି।
ଏମେ କୋଉଠି କରୁଛ ନା ନାଇଁ?
ଏଇଠି ଯୋଉ ଇଗ୍ନୋର ଏଇଠି ହଉଛି ଭଦ୍ରକ ଅଟୋନମସ।
ହଁ ଏଇଟା ତ ଆମ ଆଉ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ଆଉ କୋଉଠି କରୁଛ କି? ଏଇଟା ତ ଇଏଟା କରୁଛ ଯୋଉଟା କି
ନା
ଏଇ
ଆଉ
ଦୁଇଟା
କଣ?
ହଉଛି ଆମର କଣ ଓପନ ଡିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଲର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ।
ହୁଁ।
ହଉ ଆଉ କୋଉଠି କରିନୁ?
ନା ଆଉ କୋଉଠି ନା।
ଆଉ ପିଲା କିଏ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡ କରୁଛନ୍ତି କ୍ଲାସ ରୁମ୍? ସାର୍ ତାର କାଟି ଦେଇକି ପଳେଇଲେ।
ହୁଁ।
ହଉ ଠିକ ଅଛି।